Welcome to Tiny Tales,
where we explore the unique experience
that giving birth is to every woman.
We will hear the personal tales of women in Ghana who will take us on their journeys
to motherhood, from conception to birth, to the first 3 months after the baby is born.
This season is sponsored and co-hosted by Gaia Organics,
your plug for fresh, healthy organic food in Jawulu, Accra.
So some dads struggle with the connection with the baby when the baby is still small because the baby spends most of the time with the mom on the breast or with the bottle, and because most men have to go back to work quite early. How were the first few months for you? You've got the mic, so.
For me, it's been amazing.
Okay.
It was activated from day one. I was quite okay holding my son right from day one.
Yeah.
I was quite okay having to feed him right from get go.
Yeah.
I had prepared myself mentally for the day.
Yeah.
So when it happened, it came naturally to me. I could do it easily, except for the bathroom because it took a while for me to.
Yeah.
Because I was scared, because I'm thinking people kept telling me don't drop the baby because the baby is too fragile. So I was like, with the bathroom bit, I'll just give it some time before I start.
And would work in regards to work, like having to go back to work and then.
I took time off.
Okay.
So I was able to take 2 weeks paternity leave. Then I took my annual leave because I prepped my work people.
Good.
Before my son was born, I prepped them that look, this is what is happening.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this time off from this month to that month.
Yeah.
Even if I don't get paid, I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that. So yeah, for me, I was preparing myself for that moment.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Just like him, I think with the new generation that we need to do things differently.
Yeah.
So definitely, I also took leave from work to help with the baby and everything. So being small and everything, I didn't have the chance of my mom coming to bath the Ghanaian way or African way. So, and if you see my wife, so I had to do it. I had to learn it myself.
And you did it yourself?
Yes.
The whole,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was our way of bonding. Maybe I couldn't breastfeed. I mean, so
you that's beautiful though.
Yeah, so that was how. So every evening and morning, mostly morning and evening.
Yeah.
So that was our way of bonding. So she's now holding. I think she can back herself now. Yeah, so that was.
Okay.
All right. So for me, I think that because of the time we spent in the hospital, we had already bonded before we even came home.
Yeah.
I didn't used to believe in that thing where that thing where you are speaking and they say the baby can. You are in the bed, they say the baby can lead that thing. I don't believe. The baby can hear you, or when the baby is born afresh, the first face he sees, blah blah blah. But from that experience, I think there is a bit of truth to it.
Yeah.
To some extent. So for me, it was amazing, like you were saying. In terms of work, I just realized within that period that a lot of people, because the way the typical man is, right? The structures outside of the home do not support fathers who want to be responsible small. You see, so the 2 weeks paternity leave I took brought plenty issues in my workplace.
Yeah.
Even though my child was in ICU and things, to them, that kind of thing. I ended up leaving that job anyways. So, but anyway, it just, and people pass certain comments. What do you need 2 weeks for, and stuff like that. You see, so it just gave me a bit of a realization that even in the setting, a lot of people. He was mentioning his dad and how some dads think and everything. There are still people in our generation who think like that and all. And the fact that if you are just doing the basic things in terms of if you are not babysitting, you are parenting.
Yeah.
So if you do the basic things, to a lot of people, you've gone over and beyond, and you are doing too much and whatnot. So for me, I would say it started from the very beginning, and it was a genuine interest in bonding with my kids, really. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to be more elaborate with my responses. I've been given like a warning that I should speak. So the first one, okay, so the timelines are a bit mixed up because they were so close together. But let me start with work and then I'll talk about bonding. So with work, I was, just like a normal 9 to 5, going for 8 to 5 in Ghana, going to work every day. We are required to get to work at 8 a.m. And fortunately or unfortunately, that company wasn't doing so well, so I was transitioning to, like, I was job hunting basically.
Yeah.
And that's around the time that DJ came. So when he came, I think that's when I got the remote job. I can't remember, yeah. So I was basically full time at home with her, with DJ, and working remotely, right? And early on, her mom was there. So her mom, when he was very small, her mom would bath him. But then when he got a bit bigger and I felt confident, like he didn't feel so slippery in there when I'm bathing him, I started bathing him. And then I noticed that it's like he kind of liked it, like he likes to splash a lot in the water. And also he liked it so we'll do like a skin to skin. So it's like, I started just like literally wearing shorts or boxers to just bath him. Then I put him on my chest and then we play a bit. And I noticed he liked that. So I did that for a while. And I don't know if it's true, but I've read that it helps. But I thought that improved the bonding as well. And obviously, because I've been working remotely, when Drew came, at that time I transitioned to another job that then required me to come in at 8 a.m. And like Mr. Dave said, no one cares that you're that, right? So I would get to work at 9 a.m. every day because sometimes I would drop the kids at school. And for me, that's another bonding, because I work so much, it's a way of bonding with them. In the morning, we talk, I get to hear what they are talking about, what's going on in class. I get to learn about their teachers' name, classmates. So I don't miss the opportunity if I get the chance to drop them, right? So it was something I was determined to do. So I would argue with people. In fact, people would be setting meetings at 8 a.m. because they know that I come in, that kind of thing, and just to sort of like put attention on the fact that I'm coming to work late. I wouldn't care. I'd argue with them. I'll say, we can use Zoom, whatever they didn't get it. So it's like you have to take steps or actions in your own hand to like make time for the kids. And even till today, most of the time she drops them, but sometimes I drop them as well. Or now I drop them, yeah, most of the time, and I get to work at 9. But fortunately, I mean, maybe probably where I am in my career, people don't really talk about it. But there was a stage where it was like, yeah, David is going to work late, and I was determined to come to work late every day just to spend time, spend time with them. I didn't mind, yeah. And still, I mean, as they're growing up, like and right now we're making a decision that might take me away from the family for a bit, So I'm working, so I'm making a decision. So even to today, like I talk to people and like David said, if if you're a dad, like yeah, it makes sense to leave your family, go and work. Yeah, you have to provide for them. But I mean, like I was feeling very bad about it, and I spoke to another colleague of mine, and he got me immediately when I said, Charlie, I'm not feeling cool, like I have to leave the family. But you're like, yeah, the family has to stay together, you have to spend time with them. And that's something that I like about our generation because they get it, that kind of thing. But otherwise, it's like, right, what they're talking about, go and make the money. Why you can bond with your kids when they're older. Yeah. So it's even to today I have that struggle. But yeah.
But it's interesting because you're right. This generation, I think we're more aware. We're seriously aware of everything that's happening, especially when it comes to parenting and how important it is for us to have a strong impact on our kids. Like our parents, I think my dad went back to work like C-section or like second day. He was like, okay, I'm out. Even my mom there, So
yeah. And then what was that? I said I feel I was supposed to be working with him when DJ came because I always thought that raising kids is like it's not even a job. Like I mean, this easy thing, you're pretending like it's tough, that kind of thing. And I was like, wow, it's constant. In fact, it's like night shift, day shift, like 24/7. It's like kudos really.
And you have 2 boys. I have 1 girl. One girl. So we're gonna wrap it up. So I'm just gonna ask you guys real quick if you have any advice for the new dads and any advice, especially our generation and stuff like that. What would you say? What would you give them out? New dads or first time?
All right. So I think my biggest advice would be to be aware that you should be very observant in the sense that women are different, and to aspire to be selfless, because you may be going through something, but she's going through a lot more that she cannot even put in words, and it may come out as attitude and whatnot. So it's important to give your woman the benefit of the doubt, and help her in every regard. Put everything aside and then help her with it as well. Secondly, I feel like when you were a new dad, don't listen to anybody besides your wife, because I married early. When I got married, I was 26. I was the first among my friends to get married. So here is the thing: any advice I'm getting is from single people. They don't get it. They don't understand. On the family side, too, any advice I'm getting is from parents of a different generation. So it's good advice, but you have to pick what works for you and what not. So in my experience, I believe that it's much more. It makes more sense to listen to the source, which is my wife, better than any other person, because she firsthand is experiencing it, and not anybody else. Don't listen to what anyone has to say or anybody's opinion. Let them say opinions. Yeah.
I agree.
For me, I was saying similar things like all of us, we've shared our love stories are different. So I think you should definitely listen to your partner because they know what they are going through, and don't listen to what I have to say, just listen to your partner. And also the new generation that I think we should just be intentional. We should just be intentional and be there for our families.
Right?
Yes, so we should be intentional. That's what I have to say.
I would add we should research more.
Okay.
We should read more, because once you read more, you become aware of what's happening. The other day we spoke about postpartum. If you don't read about it, you don't know what's happening. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
It can get to a certain stage that you wouldn't want the end result.
Yeah.
So I would say definitely read, research, and be intentional about things.
Yeah.
And perhaps if even during marriage counseling, they can add some of these things to it, because you that there's nothing out there.
I dare to say that to your dad. Marriage counseling. What?
You that there's nothing out there. You literally have to learn on the job. Most women are mothers right from when they are little. They dreamt about being a mother. As guys, some of us are very different. There's nothing out there. So I would say, read, research, and if we need a dads can also help the new ones coming, that'll be very good as well.
Yeah, that's a good advice.
I think I need to add this to that, since we're talking about training for new dad, I think we should also be deliberate with our boy child as well. Because that should be one of the things that Mark taught me, was there should be women just from day one. I thought
I love that.
There should be a rite of passage too.
For the boys as well. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the discussion. So, I mean, one of the things I'll say is talk more. Like me, I don't talk a lot. Like if I'm going through something, I'll go through it by myself. Even sometimes I don't even talk to my wife. Like I'll just go through it internally. So yeah, talk. I like that advice. Talk to your wife. Listen to her. It's tough. It's tough, right? Sometimes, and maybe I do this for myself, work, like life in general. Sometimes I'm hard on myself. Like I feel I'm not doing a good job. I feel like I can be doing better, but you need to know that it's difficult, right? I wouldn't say it's difficult, it's challenging, but you can do it, right? And just pay attention to your family, try and figure out, understand them, look at what they need, and try and make sure you're providing for them emotionally as well as financially. And one thing I'm also working on is the spiritual aspect of it as well. In fact, I don't read my Bible at all, but we're trying to, start going to church, trying to be more like last night I was reading the Bible with DJ, and then I could tell he was very interested. So, like my book of Bible stories for the kids. So that aspect as well. Sometimes work is so much that you might lose focus on that. So there's something you have to pay attention to as well.
Very, very true. Well,
Yeah. So he touched on something that brought my mind to something else. I think that for new dads, we should move away from trying to harden our boy children. More, we should be soft. We should be soft on our boy children. I mean, it's very tempting when Jesse is crying over what was it? He was crying over it. He was watching cartoons on his tablet and the battery died. And we said we have to charge. Then you are crying. Why are you crying? You know. But I feel like for a lot of them, this is how we are raised. And then for men, we decide to whenever something is going on, we want to fix it on our own, or we want to shut our emotions down and whatnot. It starts from when we are raising our children. So we should allow them to feel. I'm working on it myself. I'm a hard guy, but I can't be hard guy to my children. So it's very necessary as well. Yeah.
I do appreciate every single advice you guys have given because it's really important. And like I said, we are in a mindful generation. So having to toughen your kids, then you kind of like get them emotionally constipated, you know, like, oh, you can't cry. Then they take it into their relationships and they get constipated with their partners as well, you know. So it does escalate. So I do want to say thank you to every single David and Jack for joining us today. And I would like to thank you all for sharing with us today. Want to take a special. It's been funny enough. I think some of you guys were talking about what was your advice? Do you mind just repeating that one last time?
Well, I said we need to research.
Yes. Research. Please read. If you're not even aware of something and you're not comfortable asking your spouse or your partner, whatever it is, please just read about it yourself and then even pretend to know what you're talking about. That for me is really important.